on, everybody? My name is Lachlan Dunn, and in tonight's video I'm going to talk about the human microbiome and the impact medications have on it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lachlan Dunn, holistic health coach and personal trainer, helping busy professionals and creatives to feel extraordinary both physically and emotionally by treating the root cause of their sleep and health issues without medication. So I think a good place to start is, what is the human microbiome? So the human microbiome is your own personal ecosystem that lives in and on your body from mouth to anus and everywhere in between, comprising of bacteria, yeast, viruses, archaea, fungi, and other microorganisms, both healthy and pathogenic, that we live in a symbiotic relationship with. Some of the habitats in and on your body these communities of microorganisms reside are your mouth, nose, ears, armpits, skin, kidneys, vagina, lungs, and where majority of these guys live is in your colon, the end of your large intestine. This is also known as the gut microbiome. So there are actually more bacterial cells in your body than human cells. The genes in your microbiome outnumber your human genes 100 to 1. So technically you are more microbial than anything else. That means you are more bacteria than human. You are basically a shell, a home, a host to these trillions of microbes. They basically run the place. What's more is there are up to 1,000 different species of bacteria alone in the human gut microbiome, and each of them plays a different role in your body. Most of them are extremely important for your health, while others may cause disease. If you keep them happy, they will in turn keep you happy. They will keep their home happy. So what are some of the roles that the human microbiome, plays in the body? So the human microbiome plays a vast number of roles in the body. Like I said, just think of all the habitats that they reside in. So some of the roles they play is manufacturing valuable vitamins like vitamin B12, thiamine, riboflavin, vitamin D, and vitamin K. They are connected and actually train your immune system. They influence your thyroid hormones, estrogen, melatonin, and stress hormones like cortisol. They also produce 90% of your serotonin, your feel-good hormone. Think about that, 90%. Excuse me. They also produce neurotransmitters like dopamine, acetylcholine, gamma-butyric acid, norepinephrine, etc., making the gut a brain itself and the seat of most of your feelings and emotionality. Let that sink in. It's also known as the third brain. Furthermore, your gut biome is directly connected to your head brain via the vagus nerve. So however they feel, they're going to go right up and send messages to the brain. So with that said, let's get into how medications impact the microbiome. So antibiotics are the most harmful to the biomes, and it's what most of the medications mimic. Antibiotics are essentially like a grenade going off in your gut, destroying both healthy and pathogenic microorganisms, leaving only the strong to survive. That's if you have any resilient microorganisms. And just something I should point out quickly that I didn't touch on is that you actually want pathogenic bacteria as well as healthy and beneficial microbes. So you want about 85% beneficial microbes and 15% pathogenic. So the pathogenic microbes still play a vital role within this community of microbes that live in and on your gut. But most of the population have about 85% pathogenic and 15% healthy and beneficial microbes. So disruptions in the microbiome have been associated with diabetes, weight problems, anxiety, depression, autoimmune disease, sugar cravings, fatigue, neurological diseases, fertility issues, immune health, digestive issues, adrenal dysregulation, and much more. So when you have an overpopulation of certain species, for example, Candida, they crave sugar. They want processed carbs. They want processed sugar, and they're actually going to control you. So some of the times you're not really going to be in control if you have an overpopulation of certain species. So that's just a touch on the sugar craving, association with a dysregulated microbiome. So according to new research published in Nature, more than 1 in 4 antibiotic drugs, including over-the-counter acid-blocking drugs like Prolozec, and commonly prescribed drugs like the diabetes medication metformin, inhibit the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut. Certain antivirals, antipsychotics, and chemotherapy drugs also have antibiotic-like side effects in the gut. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen can disrupt the biome. Pain medications also play a similar role. So without going through every single medication, what they are doing is either killing off both beneficial and pathogenic microbes, or killing off beneficial microbes, allowing pathogenic microbes to run the place. And like I mentioned, this will cause a plethora of symptoms, illnesses, and diseases. So, if we have been taking medication and wiping out our microbes, how can we repopulate our biome? So as an overview, this will be very individual based on what strains you need specifically to repopulate within your gut. But as a general theme, there are some main things that we can do to repopulate our community of microbes to help us in every single area of our life, and especially our sleep. Avoid processed foods, processed sugar, fats, carbs, and proteins. These will actually feed pathogenic microbes, which in turn, like I said, if you are populating specific strains of microbes, they're going to control certain cravings for food. And again, you might be craving this and think, I'm not really I can't control this. Well, it's true you can't control this because it's the bacteria running the place controlling the cravings in which you have, because they're calling for that food. They want these processed sugar, fats, and carbs. So the more you feed them that, the more they're going to request that, and the more they're going to control you and manipulate you and drive you to get those foods. So increase your intake of colorful in-season vegetables. Eat a wide variety to increase the variety of microbial population. So anything from beetroot to carrots to broccoli, broccolini, all your leafy greens, just all the vegetables that are different colors that are, and just as much variety as possible there is key. We also want to include prebiotic fiber. So this is a fiber that goes through our digestive system undigested and goes straight into the microbes to feed on and use as fuel. So it's going to skip through the digestive system and go straight into the colon and allow your microbes to feed on this. So we're looking at foods like onions, leek, green bananas. So unripe bananas are fantastic. Acacia fiber, Jerusalem artichokes, asparagus, garlic, sweet potato, and teas. So we don't realize that teas are actually, they'd be more fermented. But you can also get many teas that are going to support the biome. This gets into my next one: consume fermented food. So, excuse me. Teas would be a part of that. Kimchi, sauerkraut, fermented beetroot, kombucha, all great sources of fermented foods. We also want to make sure we get lots of vitamin D from the sun, so exposing as much of our skin as possible to the sun. Get out in nature, get your hands and feet on the grass, touch different plants, get in the soil, get amongst the dirt. This is great. Get in your garden. This will increase the variety and population of microbes that get on your skin and that actually work their way into your body. So get out in nature, touch as many different rocks and plants and grasses as possible, as this is going to increase the variety and population of microbes. And last thing that you can do is get pets or cuddle your pets. They pick up lots of different microbes when they're out running around. So if you are patting them and you are touching them, they're going to get onto your skin, and then they're going to work their way into your body, and this in turn will increase again the variety and the population of microbes. And this is the same with people. Hug different kinds of people. I know we're not told to do that at the moment, but if you want to increase your health, this is a vital part of doing that. So hug different people so you can swap and trade different microbes and increase the population of them. So that's kind of a main theme. Of course, we also want to, reduce stress. Stress is always going to kill different microbes within the body. But as a general theme, there's some actionable things that we can do to repopulate the microbiome and in turn work our way to optimal health. So I really hope this video brought you value, and I will see you guys in the next video.